Let's give a warm round of applause to welcome the bride.
I waited 6 years. Finally, I'm marrying Luo Huaizhou. From now on, I'll be the admired Mrs. First Rich.
Huaizhou, this is my beloved daughter, and now I entrust her to you.
I don't approve of this marriage.
Little buddy, this isn't the place for your mischief.
Daddy, you can't marry another woman. Mommy will be jealous.
Mr. Luo is famous for his integrity. He's been single for years and only Miss Wen is his lady. How could he have such a big son?
But looking closely at this child, in his brows and eyes, he really has Mr. Luo's demeanor.
Little buddy, you're mistaken. I am not your daddy.
Will someone hurry up and take this wild child away?
Daddy, don't you remember Mommy by the Daming Lake? Daddy, you don't want us anymore?
What's going on here? Why is there another child claiming his father?
Mr. Luo! Look, take him away and find out what's happening.
Officer Uncle, it was him who abandoned me and my brothers. Daddy, you can't abandon us. Daddy, my brothers and I... Please, Daddy, don't abandon us.
What's going on here? Since when does Mr. Luo have 3 grown children like these?
Right. Could it be these 3 are Mr. Luo's illegitimate children?
Mr. Luo, today is your wedding with my daughter. This matter you must give us an explanation.
They're not my children.
These 3 children look exactly like you. If not your blood, whose could it be?
Who are you guys? The Luo family is the top family. How dare you impersonate the Luo's bloodline gods? Throw them out!
Officer Uncle, Daddy doesn't recognize us siblings. This is abandonment. Arrest him quickly.
We suspect you of abandoning young children. Please come with us.
The officers are here too. Looks like these 3 really are Mr. Luo's children.
There must be some misunderstanding here. I've never...
Daddy, you are our daddy.
Huaizhou, what exactly is going on?
Mr. Luo? They really do bear a striking resemblance to you. They're clueless, and you don't know either.
Please cooperate and come with us. Otherwise, we will have to take forced measures.
You have the right to remain silent, but everything you say will be used as court evidence. Mommy! Mommy, you finally came. Mommy, Daddy doesn't recognize us. What do we do? Yeah, Mommy.
So you're their mom?
Yes.
This lady, you'd better explain clearly to me, when did we have 3 children?
Sir, this is all a misunderstanding. I can explain. Really?
Who exactly are you? Having the nerve to bring children and create a scene at my wedding. What do you think you're doing?
These 3 children are all developing well. Their due dates are nearly here. Hao Tian should start preparing stuff for the hospital stay.
Hao Tian, when do you plan to break off your engagement with my sister? I don't want to keep sneaking around with you like this.
Don't worry. I'm not going to marry Wen Jianan. A disfigured, ugly woman with a child whose father is still unknown doesn't deserve to enter the Lu family. I only want to marry you.
It seems after my cosmetic surgery and name change, you really don't recognize me. Wen Zhuyi, you stole my fiancé 6 years ago. Today, 6 years later on your wedding day, don't expect it to go smoothly.
Speak up. I'm telling you to speak. Telling you.
I'm terribly sorry. The kids love role-playing. I didn't expect to mess up your wedding. I'm truly sorry. Oh, right? Here's my business card. I'll compensate for all the damage today. You can contact me anytime.
Hey, kiddo, you can't be naughty like that anymore?
Yue will remember that. Sorry, Officer Uncle.
I'll leave you to it then. Come on, babies, let's go.
You stay right there. You think a lousy business card is going to solve everything? Today was supposed to be the wedding of the Luo family, the top family. All the elites were here, and you ruined it.
Miss, I really didn't run from the responsibility. I just thought you are having a wedding now was more important.
The intermission's over. Let's get back to business and witness the exchange of rings between our couple.
Wait, Uncle, this wedding can't go on?
Why not?
Because the almanac says today is suitable for funerals, but not for marrying. If we go against it, bad luck from our ancestors awaits. Yeah, at the least disaster when leaving the house, at worst the whole family's done for.
You little brat! What do you know about the almanac? I think you're just here to make trouble. Get out, all of you.
That's enough, Wen Shuiyi. Have you forgotten what I told you? If you want to marry me, you'll have to stop being so overbearing.
Why, I was wrong. Please don't be mad. Careful of your leg acting up again.
Shuiyi also felt sorry for her. She's upset seeing the wedding preparations ruined.
All right. If the wedding keeps getting disrupted, it means today is not suitable for marrying. This wedding was forced and reluctant anyway. Let's end it here today. I'll talk to Mum about it.
Why, no, please.
Wen Xuan, let's go!
Why, please, no.
Shuiyi, what a mess this is.
My babies. You really are Mommy's good babies.
Yay! That wicked woman dared to bully Mommy 6 years ago is our enemy. We will forever protect Mommy. With Yue here, Mommy has nothing to fear.
With you guys around, how could Mommy be afraid?
Oh my, you're not scared. I was scared to death just now. If Luo Huaizhou really investigates, finds out it was me who switched their gift boxes. Nuan ruined Wen Shuiyi's wedding. Was that really your purpose for coming back?
What I want isn't as simple as ruining a wedding.
Your mother is emotionally agitated, leading to post-operative wound infection. Vital signs have been lost. Please accept my condolences.
Mom, how could you just leave me like this?
Crying so pitifully, huh?
Was it you?
At this point, truth be told, I told Mom I deliberately harmed you, slept by a wild man, and even got pregnant with his child. Even the Lu family doesn't want you. The only thing I didn't anticipate was her being so fragile. Who knew she couldn't withstand the blow and just died from the anger I caused?
You bastard. You were the adopted daughter my mom brought back from the orphanage. She raised you as her own. How could you do this to her? You murderer.
If she's the biological daughter, then why did she give everything to you? Those things originally belonged to me. It was you who stole my things.
I'm fighting you for this.
Go die.
Back then, she killed my mom and attempted to kill me. She thought by having someone deal with my body, she never expected me to still be alive and give birth to these 3 children. It's been 6 years. My only purpose in coming back is to bring to justice the person who harmed me and my mom. Messing up this wedding is just the beginning.
What if Wen Shuiyi finds out you didn't die? What then?
I've had plastic surgery and I changed my name. I tested her just now and she completely didn't recognize me. She loves to snatch things, right? Well, I'll let her truly taste what it feels like to have everything she's ever dreamed of snatched away.
But I heard Luo Huaizhou's mother really likes her. If she hadn't been sick today, she definitely would have been here. Warmth. I'm afraid breaking Wen Shuiyi's dream of marrying into a wealthy family won't be easy.
Then let's just wait and see.
Mommy, don't worry. I'll definitely help you with all my might. Me too. And you as well.
I'm really envious of you, having 3 genius babies. Sui Sui, at such a young age, has already won the computer competition gold medal 3 times. Nian seems to make money no matter what he invests in, and Yue truly has the stature of you, the internationally renowned Dr. Wen.
That's why I consider myself very lucky.
With such excellent genes, their daddy must be no ordinary man. Warmth, do you really not remember who their dad is?
I didn't get a clear look at his face that night. Besides, my only goal right now is Luo Huaizhou.
This uncle is handsome, barely worthy of mommy. Hey, his taste is just terrible. I need to help him correct it properly.
You guys are just a bunch of little devils.
Warmth, how do you plan to get close to Luo Huaizhou? Do you intend to treat his leg?
Over the years, I've painstakingly studied medicine and earned a place in international medical organizations. I've already caught his attention. Before returning to the country, he had someone arrange a meeting with me. I've agreed to it. Really looking forward to seeing his expression when he sees me again.
Warmth. Mom, what's up?
Can't I talk to my son without a reason? Why, Joe? You're my only son. Can't you give me some peace of mind? You finally agreed to get married. Why did you call off the wedding?
What has she been telling you now? Mom, you just need to focus on recuperating at the villa. Don't worry about anything else.
Shui Yi hasn't been slacking in contributing to the Luo Corporation these past few years. She's so understanding. She's the perfect choice for a wife. That day's wedding, I already know everything. Let's pick another auspicious day and redo it. Got it?
Okay, I got it.
No, that's not enough. I need to go back and supervise personally.
Mr. Luo, Miss Wen is here. She says she wants to see you.
Tell her I'm busy. Can't see her right now?
Yes. The Dr. Wen you asked to be contacted has also arrived and is waiting outside.
Let her in.
Okay.
Hello, Mr. Luo. I'm Wen Nuan.
So, Dr. Wen is you. What a coincidence. We meet again. Dr. Wen, I never believed that there are so many coincidences in this world. What exactly is your motive for getting close to me?
About the wedding? It really is a coincidence. If we follow Mr. Luo's logic, it should be Mr. Luo who allowed someone to get close to me first. So, does Mr. Luo have an ulterior motive too?
Song Wenchuan must have told you if you can cure my leg, you can name your price.
No problem. I guarantee you won't be disappointed in me, Mr. Luo.
Over the years I've sought out renowned doctors, not one dared to be so certain. Dr. Warmth, by the looks of it, seems to be not yet 30 years old. Yet more confident than anyone.
Excuse me, Mr. Luo. Despite your inability to walk these years, you haven't experienced any muscle atrophy. You must have been consistently undergoing rehabilitation exercises, right? Mr. Luo, your meridian pulses are strong. It seems your legs are not completely numb.
Dr. Warmth has an eye for detail, but these observations alone can't prove your capabilities.
My abilities are not just limited to this, but I'll need Mr. Luo to give me a few more days.
Dr. Warmth, I hope during your tenure you remember your responsibilities and stick to your duties.
Mr. Luo, I'm a mother of 3 kids. I think neither Mr. Luo nor I want any complications. However, I'm a single mother with children to take care of, so I might not be available at all times.
I've asked Song Wenchuan to arrange a few guest rooms for you. You can bring your kids and stay.
Then I'll respectfully comply.
Auntie, I waited outside for a long time today. Huaizhou wouldn't agree to see me. Is he regretting it? Doesn't want to marry me anymore?
Huaizhou always listens to me. He won't call off the wedding. Maybe his leg condition flared up again. That's why he didn't see you.
But for these 6 years, he's always used that excuse to keep me out. I'm really scared.
All right, I've decided. You're moving over today.
Really? Thank you, Auntie.
Wow, Mommy, Uncle Luo's house is so big.
After you two get married, hurry up and give me a chubby little grandson. I've been longing for grandchildren for so long. Why does my son's house have 3 little kids now? Oh, they look so much like Huaizhou when he was young. Why is it them? Oh, look at these 3, little Tuan. So cute. How old are you now?
Grandma, hello, we are 6 years old now.
They look so much like Huaizhou. Could they be... Auntie, these are the ones who ruined my wedding, and now they've even followed me home. It's them? What are you doing at my son's home?
Why are you here? Hello, I'm the family doctor hired by Mr. Luo. My name is Wen Nuan.
What kind of trash can now pose as a doctor? You better take your kids and scram. Get out of here.
Miss, I've already apologized for today's drama. Mr. Luo has accepted it. There's really no need for you to hold this grudge. Moreover, I came here at Mr. Luo's repeated invitation.
That's nonsense. Auntie, look, she's even daring enough to use Huaizhou as a shield now.
Shui, you handle this matter yourself. I have other things to do. I'll leave first, okay?
You're just someone with a few kids. How could Huaizhou possibly treat you as a distinguished guest? I see you're just trying to sneak in and seduce Huaizhou. I won't let you off today. You dare to hit me. Somebody, get these unruly people out of here.
Bad Auntie, you're the one who should be thrown out. Ah, bad woman, you're just jealous my mommy's prettier than you and more liked by Uncle Luo. Shame, shame, shame.
You two are asking for it, huh? If you don't throw them out now, I'll dock all your pay.
Bad Auntie bullying people.
Bad Auntie bullying people. Miss it.
Doing this, aren't you afraid Mr. Luo will be angry?
Let me tell you the truth. In the future, the entire Luo family will be under my command.
Since when did I not know you had such a big authority?
Huaizhou! They're bullying me and my son!
I just heard everything loud and clear.
Well, I was just acting in the heat of the moment. After all, today they just ruined our wedding. Now they're using your name to get close to you. I'm worried she's plotting something against you, Huaizhou.
Mr. Luo. Innocence clears itself.
She's Dr. Wen, the one I asked to treat my leg condition. I let her and her kids
move in. How is that possible? She's an imposter, Huaizhou. How could you let such an unknown stranger move in? I don't agree.
Did you ask for my permission when you moved in?
I allowed Shui to move in.
Aunt, my moving in was only natural. But this one, she first ruined my wedding with Huaizhou. Now she's getting close to Huaizhou under the guise of being a doctor. You can't let her stay in the Luo family.
It wasn't my idea to begin with. It's Mr. Luo's leg that needs constant treatment. He sympathized with me being a single mother with kids to care for, so he offered a place to stay.
Dr. Wen, one question. Where's the father of the kids?
The kid's father has passed away.
Is that so? I just took some of the kids' hair for a DNA test. I expedited it, and the results are right here.
Ever since Huaizhou became disabled 6 years ago, he's not been close to any woman. How could these kids possibly be Huaizhou's?
Each year they do indeed resemble Luo Huaizhou. Could the man that night actually have been him? Let's open it and see.
Since you deny it, whether it's Luo's bloodline will be cleared up once we check.
Auntie, even if you asked the most authoritative medical institution to expedite the test, it would still take at least 2 days. So this report you have couldn't possibly contain the results.
Truly, Dr. Warmth, not bad. I indeed haven't received the test report yet.
However, you took my child's information for testing without my permission. That's really not appropriate. I've never had any interaction with Mr. Luo, so there was no need for you to go through all this trouble to do a paternity test.
But when I asked about the father of the children, you hemmed and hawed. 3 kids who look very much like Luo from Huaizhou. We'll see the outcome in 2 days.
Auntie, but it's all just a coincidence. Huaizhou must know in his heart. In my opinion, she should be kicked out immediately and find a more reliable doctor for Huaizhou.
Miss Wen, I've been the champion of the international medical competition for 3 consecutive terms. You could say no one but me can treat Mr. Luo's leg.
That's quite the boast you have there.
All right. If you don't want to stay in the guest room like them, then you better leave quickly.
That settles it. Dr. Warmth, Huaizhou's leg is in your hands now. Dr. Warmth, can I take the kids to familiarize themselves with the surroundings?
Of course.
Come on, kids.
The meeting is about to start. Take me back to the study. Yes.
Don't think that everything will be fine if you live in the Luo family. Let me tell you, if you dare to seduce Huaizhou, I'll make sure you regret it.
May I ask, Miss Wen, how exactly will you make it bad for me? Are you thinking of committing murder to silence me again?
You?
Please save me.
These 3 kids had no need to be born. Just take your kids and be off to reincarnate happily.
Wen Shui, just you wait. Even if I were to become a ghost, I would still come back to claim your life.
You are Wen Jianan. You're Wen Jianan. You didn't die. You came back, right?
Miss Wen seems really scared of this person. Could it be she did something guilty?
Who are you really?
Miss Wen, I don't know how much I resemble the Wen Jianan you speak of, but I'm not her. You're mistaken.
Hey, isn't this Miss Wen? What a rare visitor. After using me last time, you just ditched me. What brings you to me this time? Couldn't that cripple satisfy you anymore?
Lu Haochen, I'm asking you, did you really take care of Wen Jianan back then? Are you sure she is completely dead?
I personally pushed her into the sea. She bled so much and couldn't swim. She definitely died, Miss Wen. We haven't seen each other in so long. Why don't we hang out sometime? Hey. Sooner or later, you'll be kneeling and begging me.
As long as I quickly become Mrs. Luo, I have nothing to fear.
Thanks, Grandma, for taking us to visit the villa. You must be tired. Let me give you a back massage. Are you thirsty, Grandma? Drink some water, Grandma.
Okay, thank you, my dear.
Grandma, have an orange.
You're the one who wants it, aren't you? Let Grandma peel it for you.
Thank you, Grandma. Grandma's the best in the whole world.
If these kids were really my grandchildren, I would wake up laughing from my dreams.
I was framed and developed a leg condition that night 6 years ago. What exactly happened?
When we found you, you were still unconscious. We searched 100 miles around and found nothing. You're starting to doubt Dr. Wen's 3 kids are related to you?
I just feel like there are some things I can't remember anymore. As for Wen Nuon and those kids, my mom has been crazy for grandkids these years. You think we haven't had our share of wild guesses? Hardly.
So do we need to call off the paternity test?
No need to make a big deal out of it. Once the results are in, my mum will calm down on her own.
All right. You get some rest. I'll be going now.
Huaizhou.
Who let you in?
Although we haven't officially married, it's practically no different from being husband and wife. Don't you want to?
Do you want to leave on your own, or should I have someone throw you out?
You
just came out for a glass of water. Didn't hear a thing.
Dr. Wen. Even if you heard, it's no big deal. Eventually, among spouses, this kind of noise is common. You better get used to it sooner. It's for the best.
Seems like I've really been abroad too long, not knowing that in China, being engaged means you're already married. Well, since we're spouses, why are we sleeping in separate rooms?
Let me tell you. Don't think just because the auntie approves of those kids, they can become Huaizhou's real children. Once the paternity test results are out, you'll see the Luo family is something you'll never be able to match in this lifetime.
I think Miss Wen must be misunderstanding me, but that's okay. Time will prove everything. So eager to claim her territory, seems like she's got an unrequited love. The situation is turning more in my favor. Don't touch me, I'm going to fight you. Just go duck. No?
Mommy, wake up. Brother, Mommy had a nightmare. Mommy, don't be afraid. We're all here. We'll protect you. What should we do, brother? Mommy won't wake up. You guys keep an eye on Mommy. I'm going to call Uncle Luo. Okay.
Dr. Wen, Dr. Wen. Don't be scared, I'm here. Look at this. Afraid of nothing but thunder. Unexpectedly, she was afraid of thunder. That's actually pretty cute.
Uncle Luo and Mommy are such a match. Responsible and careful, perfect to be Mommy's husband.
Okay, alright. Your mommy. I'll take good care of her. You guys should get some sleep.
Uncle Luo, can you stay with Mommy?
I won't leave. You guys go to sleep now.
I had nightmares in the early hours, and he took care of me and the kids.
You're awake. How do you feel?
Mr. Luo, why are you here?
The kids ran to my room in the middle of the night, saying you were scared of thunder, and crying. Out of humanitarian concern, I came to check on you. Dr. Wen, don't overthink it. I'm not that kind of person to take advantage of others.
Then thank you, Mr. Luo. It's quite late already. Let me walk you back to rest. Do you need any help, Mr. Luo?
No need? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to.
It's okay. Things like this. Throughout my career, I faced countless times. I'm used to it.
Including men like me.
Yeah. Often patients rely on my care and confess to me Mr. Luo wouldn't do that as well, right?
I'm not interested in workplace affairs.
I need to do a simple check to assess for treatment. Where do you think is appropriate?
I'm quite busy with work. Let's do it in the office.
Then, Mr. Luo, get some rest. I'll head back first.
Dr. Wen? I poached you guys from Wall Street at a high price just to see you guys turn in a piece of worthless trash before the end of work today. I must see a solution.
Yes, boss, I'll redo it right away.
Anything else?
Yes? Is now a good time for the check, Mr. Luo?
Let's start.
Reporting to Mommy, target spotted, expected to reach the scene in 2 minutes. Let's follow.
Mr. Luo, next we'll do a simple check.
Expected in 2 minutes to reach the scene.
Mr. Luo, please take off your shirt.
Just by looking?
Yes, okay. Mr. Luo, please keep your breathing steady.
So there's no need for random touching.
Mr. Luo, if only you were cooperative like this earlier, it would have been easier. This leg is all messed up, yet you're still in such good shape. Seems like you've been keeping up with your exercise. Mr. Luo, I need to check your spine condition. Mr. Luo, I need to check you for spinal condition.
Mr. Luo? Miss Wen?
Stop! What's up?
Miss Wen is here saying she's waiting outside to see you.
Tell her I'm busy. No time to see her.
Yes, sir.
You may continue.
All right.
Miss Wen, Mr. Luo is meeting with a client. He doesn't have time to see you.
I just checked Huizhou's visitor log. He's totally free now. What clients?
There was a woman who claimed to be a doctor who went in. Didn't expect it was just a facade to seduce Mr. Luo. Wow.
Mr. Luo, does this feel okay?
Hey,
Mr. Luo, what are you doing? Did I hurt you?
Some woman just went in, doing this kind of thing at work, totally shameless, tarnishing Mr. Luo's reputation.
When Nuan, I'll expose your true face.
Bad woman. My mommy is not like that. We're here. You won't bully our mommy. Exactly. You don't even think about bullying mommy.
Dare to block my way. Get lost.
Miss Wen, they are Mr. Luo's honored guests. What you're doing isn't quite appropriate?
Today I'll let you know who the real mistress of the Luo family is.
All right, Mr. Luo's condition is better than I had expected. Next, I can also more accurately devise a rehabilitation plan.
You dare to seduce my man. You're asking for trouble.
Wen Shui. The company isn't a place for your nonsense.
Huizhou, you've got it all wrong. As a woman, how could I not see her ulterior motives?
Miss Wen, you've misunderstood me. I was just checking Mr. Luo's health.
Does checking health require being alone together for so long, just the two of you? You're clearly provoking me.
Miss Wen and I are strangers. Why would I provoke you, rather? Miss Wen, you've been targeting me all along. How come you're treating me like the Wen Jianan you mentioned before?
What nonsense are you talking about?
Why do you get so scared whenever I mention her? What? Have you done something to hurt her?
You're still claiming not to be provoking me. Enough. If you don't want to be thrown out, leave on your own.
Losing your cool already? I've not even started yet? Mr. Luo, what are you doing?
Weren't you performing really well just now? Why stop now?
I've no idea what you're talking about.
Tell me, what exactly is your motive? I don't believe today's events were also a coincidence.
Mr. Luo, what motive could I possibly have?
Miss Wen, so confident, thinking I'd willingly be used by you.
All right, I admit, I do have a motive. The first time Miss Wen saw me, she acted all high and mighty and even bullied my child. I couldn't swallow that insult. So I thought, why not use Mr. Luo's situation to get back at her?
Just like that.
At first, I wasn't very sure about it. But it was Mr. Luo's attitude. That gave me the confidence.
What attitude of mine?
Exactly this attitude?
You're overthinking it. I may not feel anything for Wen Shui. But I'm not interested in you either.
It's precisely because Mr. Luo isn't interested in me that I felt safe to use Mr. Luo meeting someone like you who remains honorable as my honor. I'll take my leave first then.
This is my first time seeing triplets. They look so much like Mr. Luo. Could they be Mr. Luo's kids?
I'd say it's highly likely otherwise. Why would Miss Wen be so flustered and angered if not for fearing her position is at stake?
Whoever gossips further can get out of Luo Corporation. Dragons birth dragons. Phoenixes birth phoenixes. And yet here we have a bunch of little...
Mean auntie, you can't talk about my mommy like that.
Stop it. Taking it out on the kids really shows your character being so fickle. Aren't you afraid people will say you're unfit to be Mrs. Luo?
I'm not fit. Do you think you with 3 kids are fit?
Mommy, Uncle Luo is so gentle. That mean Auntie doesn't deserve Uncle Luo at all. Uncle Luo definitely doesn't like her. Otherwise they wouldn't have called off the wedding.
You kids are just a bunch of little rascals, aren't you? All right, I'm going to start the car. You all stay here and wait for me, okay?
Brother, Mommy has to work to provide for us and take care of Uncle Luo. We should think of a way to help Mommy. Yeah, you're right. So what should we do?
Oh, no need to walk me out. I'll just walk. It's good for my health too. Besides, I'm off to the hospital for a paternity test. Can't wait, of course.
Brother, isn't that the grandma we saw at Uncle Luo's place? Is it? Brother, Grandma's stuff seems to have been lost. Brother, let's go tell her. Grandma, you dropped something. Grandma, be careful.
What, a car accident? Okay, I'm coming to the hospital right now.
It's a success. Nicely done. I'll have someone settle the final payment for you.
But it seems we also hit the kid's grandma.
They don't even have a dad. Where would they get a grandma from? What did this person look like?
Dressed very elegantly, carrying documents and coming out of the Luo group. Looked to be around 50 years old or so.
Grandma, are you feeling discomfort anywhere else? Don't be scared, Grandma. Mommy will be here soon. She's the best doctor and won't let anything happen to you. Grandma will be fine.
No worries, Grandma. Actually, I should be thanking you for coming to rescue Grandma. But hey, next time you can't be so reckless, okay? Got it?
Yes, Grandma, we understand. I'll blow on it. Mommy says it won't hurt if I blow on it.
If only they were children from Huaizhou, that would be great. I really want to see the results of the DNA test quickly.
Sui Sui, Nian Nian, Yue Yue. Let Mommy have a look to see if you are hurt anywhere.
No.
How could you just run off like that? You scared Mommy so badly. Do you know that?
Don't blame the kids. It's just that they were worried about me and that's why they rushed over. Luckily, none of them got hurt. My heart really feels a bit uneasy.
You shouldn't be too hard on yourself. Let me take you for a comprehensive checkup. It'll make us feel more at ease.
No need. It's just a superficial wound.
So it's true. You did run into Huaizhou's mom. This is going to be troublesome.
Miss Wen, what should we do then? We need to figure something out.
Auntie, getting hit by a car is not something to take lightly. And it's you again. You messed up my wedding last time, and now you've got my aunt injured. I think you're just a jinx.
Miss Wen, it's my responsibility. I will absolutely not shirk it. But this was clearly an accident.
Yes, thankfully that car hit the column in the underground garage. I just have a minor scrape, that's all.
Auntie, this woman is very cunning. You must not be fooled by her. In my opinion, she did this on purpose to create this accident so she could get close to you under the guise of being a lifesaver, all to pave her way to seduce Huaizhou.
Shui. Aren't you overthinking it?
Miss Wen, as a mother, how could I possibly allow my children to be in danger? This is clearly a slander.
Grandma, Mommy loves us very much, and she's very kind. She would never do such a thing.
All right, Grandma. Believe their mommy.
Miss Wen, you gave me money to hit this old lady to make your children stand out. I did what you asked, but my car got towed. You have to compensate me for my loss, right?
Let go of my mommy.
Sir, I don't even know you. What are you talking about?
All right. Here are your transfer records to me. I have both the witness and the evidence. You still want to deny it, huh?
I can't believe you actually used the children for such a thing. You don't deserve to be their mother.
No, Mommy is the best mommy in the world. Mommy didn't do it. Grandma, you can't misunderstand Mommy.
And in my opinion, She knew all along that the kids weren't from Huaizhou, and seeing how much you loved the kids, she wanted to use them to get close to you. If she had succeeded, that would have been terrible.
Dr. Wen, will you admit it yourself, or shall I call the police?
Mom. Now is not the time to jump to conclusions.
Uncle, while Mommy is being framed. Uncle, please help Mommy. Thank you, Uncle.
Mom, she's not that kind of person.
Huaizhou! Your mother didn't believe it at first either, but now there's a witness and physical evidence. Don't be deceived by her, please.
The car that caused the accident has been impounded. The evidence is conclusive. She's no Angel Huaizhou.
This is the report song Wen Xuan investigated for me. It's in this file. The external surveillance records of the group and the case notes there's not a single piece that matches the suspect vehicle's record. This proves he's lying?
Look at this transfer record. This is fake. How come there's a time of 50? Here's the bad aunt and bad uncle's transfer record.
Give it to me.
Oh. He was the bad aunt and uncle who plotted this, trying to make Mommy take the blame.
Shui Yi, what is this about?
Miss Wen, you better give me an explanation.
If you don't want to end up rotting in jail, then start talking.
Miss Wen, all the framing and scapegoating were done as per your instructions. It's just the timing was too tight, and these details, we didn't have enough time to cover them all.
Shut up! Huaizhou, Auntie, I never intended to harm the child. I just wanted to scare Wen Nuan a bit, that's all.
Just a little scare, huh? This is about the lives of 2 families, 4 people.
Shui Yi!
All these years you've been gentle, kind, always willing to help others. That's also why I was willing to choose you as my daughter-in-law. But now, how could you do such a thing?
I told you. As long as you behaved, I would marry you, but you just can't change your ways. Take him away to the Public Security Bureau.
Yes, sir.
Miss Wen, please save me.
Auntie, you know what kind of person I am. You've known me for 6 years. I just love Huaizhou too much, and anger clouded my judgment. Auntie, you don't know, today I went to Huaizhou's company. I saw her seducing Huaizhou.
Are you telling the truth?
Auntie, I wouldn't dare lie to you. The whole company saw her doing such things. She's disregarding Huaizhou's and the company's reputation. Miss Wen?
I was performing an examination on Mr. Luo. Please be careful with your words.
Doing a checkup? Is it really a checkup, or are you trying to hit on someone? You might not realize it, but don't think I'm clueless.
If that's how you want to see it, I don't have much to say.
Enough, Huaizhou. How could you cause such a stir at work? Don't you know how one thing leads to another?
Mom, I'm busy with work. That's why I had the checkup at the office.
You know, nothing's as important as your health. From now on, have your checkups at home. I'll personally see to it.
Auntie, are you saying you're going to stay with us?
Exactly. This way we can all be at ease.
Auntie.
Shui, don't dwell on today's events.
Auntie, you have no idea. Ever since you mentioned taking the kid for a paternity test, the whole company's been abuzz, saying this woman is trying to replace me.
That's all just sensationalism. Don't take it to heart.
Then how about you just have her and the child leave? After all, the child couldn't possibly be Huaizhou's.
Well?
Mrs. Feng, our director heard you were here and asked me to deliver the paternity test results.
Dr. Wen, if the child is indeed Huaizhou's, I will not allow the blood of the Luo family to be left out.
Yeah, and I won't let the child be fatherless.
That's impossible. The child absolutely cannot be Huaizhou's.
Not blood-related. How's that possible?
I told you, these few just can't possibly be children from Huaizhou.
Regarding today's matter, in the end, it's our fault for being unreasonable first. Dr. Wen never exploited the children for anything. Mom, you should apologize to her.
Huaizhou, why do you always side against your own? Besides, your mother was only doing what's best for you, for the Luo family. It's this woman, knowing the kids aren't yours, still played out this drama, giving your aunt false hope. I think she's just aiming for a higher status.
Dr. Wen, regarding today's matter, I owe you an apology, but you should know men and women are different. Besides, my son is already engaged. You should have kept a proper distance from him.
I understand.
Since you understand, I hope you move out of my son's house. Idle gossip. Isn't fair? To Dr. Wynne, right?
Dr. Wen is an honoured guest I invited. Staying or leaving should be my decision. Mum, please don't worry about it.
Why, Joe? This kid, can I not even manage you anymore?
Grandma, don't you like us anymore?
My dears, of course Grandma loves you. I wish I could see you every day.
If Mommy has to leave, we'll leave too. Would you bear to part with us, Grandma?
Grandma can't bear to part with you.
Mrs. Feng, Mr. Luo's rehabilitation has just begun. If I leave now, that would be throwing all my efforts away.
Given that I won't say more, just remember the duty of a healer.
Auntie, how can you so easily believe what she says?
Shui, I know the wedding being disrupted upsets you, but you should not fail to maintain the grace that a future Mrs. Luo should have. Consider the interests of Huaizhou most important. Let's leave it at that. I'm going to step outside for some fresh air. Such a good child. Why can't she belong to Huaizhou?
Today I nearly got someone hurt, and you're thinking of just leaving?
Why, Joe, I didn't mean to.
I'll give you two choices. First, win Dr. Wen's forgiveness with your sincerity. Second, turn yourself in.
Dr. Wen! I was being willful today. I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
Miss Wen, you should go to the law enforcement yourself. Everyone has to pay the price for their impulsiveness.
Don't get too cocky.
Are you going yourself or need to be taken?
I'll go myself. Just you wait.
When Shui old and new grievances? Just wait, I'll return them to you.
You guys had to endure a lot today.
Still, I have to thank Mr. Luo for standing up for what's right.
I'm the one who should be apologizing. I shouldn't have tolerated it. Wen Shui is nonsense. Uncle, your hands are so cold. Don't catch a cold.
Uncle Luo, my mommy is the best doctor. She will definitely heal your leg. All right, let's have Mom take us home now. This way, Uncle Luo can get some rest earlier.
Okay.
We're going home now. Let's go.
Oh no, where are they? Ah, this is bad. I grabbed the wrong report. The patient in this room has already left, and they didn't leave any address or phone number. Well, I'll ask the hospital director first.
After seeing how he handled today, I think Uncle Luo would be a great husband for Mommy. He really would be. If Uncle Luo hadn't arrived in time today, Mommy would have had to face all this alone. Uncle Luo is far more reliable than the men who pursued Mommy before. If he could become our daddy and help take care of Mommy, that would be great. But then there's that grandma. She's moving in too. She will definitely side with the mean auntie. No worries, then we will help Mommy keep an eye on the bad lady and stop her from disturbing Mommy and Uncle Luo. Yep. Let's go, let's go.
Mr. Luo's recovery is pretty good. At this rate, he'll be healed in no time.
You can start thinking about your reward.
I'm not short on cash. The reward doesn't really matter to me. I'm mainly looking to find the jewelry I lost last time. Mr. Luo, I lost it after I went to your room last time. Have you seen it?
No. It's just a bracelet, Dr. Wen. You can easily buy a new one.
Mr. Luo, if you like it, I can buy you a more suitable one for you.
I'm a grown man. Why would I want a bracelet? I just think for someone as wealthy as Dr. Wen, that bracelet is too plain.
It's not about the design. It means a lot to me. Please return it to me.
It's in that drawer. Let me help you put it on.
Mr. Luo, are you trying to stand up for Miss Wen?
I've never bought these sorts of things. For a woman before. I'll have Song Wenchuan.
Buy a new one for you. But this bracelet, it's one of a kind. It was left to me.
By my mother. I'm sorry. I'll have Song Wenchuan find a master restorer immediately.
No need. It's so late already. Let's not bother Secretary Song.
I'll make sure it gets fixed.
Then I'll leave it in your capable hands, Mr. Luo. Oh, Mr. Luo is so proactive, getting up early in the morning for rehabilitation.
Mr. Lu Kangyong from the Kyoto Charity Foundation is back in the country. He invited me to join a dinner at Kyoto Hotel to organize fundraising for the disaster area. I want to recover as quickly as possible before then.
Lu Kangyong? Oh, isn't that the Mr. Lu whose life I saved? If Mr. Luo attends with Miss Wen, you will certainly dazzle everyone there.
Instead of worrying about this, you should think about how to get me recovered sooner.
Looks like Wen Suiyi will definitely be going too. Figures she wouldn't miss an event that's all about gaining reputation and accolades. Boss Luo, come. Boss Luo, when you were a kid, you learned to ride a bike, right? To learn quickly, you have to let go of relying on the outside world.
Are you serious?
Yep, definitely. So, I'll step back a bit. Boss Luo, come towards me. Boss Luo, commence! I didn't expect his recovery progress to be faster than I anticipated. Boss Luo, just 2 more steps. Almost there. Keep it up. Boss Luo, are you alright? Boss Luo?
I'm fine.
Oh, Boss Luo, everything shouldn't be rushed. Let's have me help you back to your room to rest.
Mommy, isn't this the Uncle Lu you helped treat before?
It's been reported by the renowned philanthropist Lu Kangyong that the charity dinner will commence at 15:00 today at the Kyoto Grand Hotel.
Oh dear. You're only suited to sit here like a pathetic worm watching the news on TV, while I will be attending the banquet as the companion of Huai Zhou and participating in the ribbon cutting. No matter how hard you try to seduce Huai Zhou, you still won't be able to squeeze through that door.
Me naughty. That's because Uncle Lu hasn't seen my mommy. Otherwise, my mommy would definitely be the guest of honor at the opening.
Oh, Wen-nuan. It's one thing for you to be delusional, but now even your child is following in your footsteps. Just look at them, completely ignorant of their place. You really should have let them know how useless their mom is.
Oh, Miss Wen, how do you know I can't get in on my own merit? If I'm not mistaken, wasn't Miss Wen just released from prison? Talking about someone with a tarnished reputation, do they even qualify to be the guest of honor at a charity dinner?
Let me tell you, I have the Wen family backing me. Such matters are trivial for me. Oh, I forgot to mention, tonight at the banquet, when all eyes are on me, I will announce my marriage to Huai Zhou. As for you and your little brats, you better be careful, lest the king of hell comes knocking again.
Wen Shuiyi, since you're so eager to grab the spotlight, then I'll let you have it. Mr. Lu, this is Wen Nuan. Long time no see.
I'm going to go say hi to Mr. Lu first, just to greet him.
Miss Wen, that fur coat of yours looks so luxurious. It must have cost a pretty penny, huh?
Well, no matter how expensive it is, with Mr. Luo around, Miss Wen doesn't have to pay a dime.
Oh, Lord Zhou really treats me so well. Last time, he cancelled the wedding midway. And planned a new one. Just so I wouldn't feel wronged. He only could make it up to me in these ways.
Having a fiancé like Mr. Luo, you're literally living the dream.
Miss Wen, you're dressed up so grandly today. Could it be there's some great news to announce tonight?
Of course. Only to disappoint everyone. Miss Wen, long time no see.
How come you're here? Today is meant for the distinguished guests invited by Mr. Liu, the elite of Kyoto, not someone you can rub shoulders with. Get out of here now. And how do you know?
I wasn't invited. You're nothing but
a nobody with 3 kids tagging along. No background, no backing, usually delusional. That's one thing, but not at today's event. I won't tolerate it. Someone, kick her out for me.
I'd like to see who dares. Let's see who dares. Wen Shui. You're not even the host of the banquet. What gives you the right to be here, ordering everyone around?
Completely out of touch. She's supposed to be the future lady of the Luo Corporation.
Tonight's ribbon-cutting guest. Now every Tom, Dick, and Harry wants to rub shoulders with the elite. Miss Wen, we're behind you. Kick her out.
Hold on. The banquet hasn't even started yet. What makes you say she's the ribbon-cutting guest?
It's common knowledge, as if you have the right to question. Fine. Since you can't see the gap between us clearly, then I'll allow you to stay tonight. Just watch closely and see for yourself the glory I'll be in. I'll prove it.
Then I'll wait and see.
Next, we invite Mr. Lu Kangyong and our ribbon-cutting guest to come on stage.
Move. Don't block my way.
Please welcome, from the International Medical Organization, the outstanding contributor, Dr. Wen Nuan.
She actually came.
Please welcome the International Medical Organization and our distinguished contributor, Dr. Wen Wan.
Who is this warm character? To think she replaced Miss Wen's spot.
Just now Miss Wen was all confident, promising to show them. Now she's the one getting a slap in the face.
Mr. Liu, I was the one specially invited as the opening guest.
Miss Wen, the original guest was indeed you. No mistake there. But there was a problem, so we had to replace you.
Mr. Liu, don't be fooled by her seductive appearance. She's skilled at using whatever means necessary. To seduce men associating with her will tarnish your reputation.
Miss Wen, I represent the International Medical Organization. You can't slander me. Moreover, my attendance was on Mr. Liu's repeated invitation, so please watch your words.
That's right. Dr. Wen, while abroad, has made significant contributions to international medical affairs and is fully qualified to inaugurate my charity dinner. Miss Wen, if you don't wish to join us, then please leave.
I am the precious daughter of the Wen family. And the future Mrs. Luo. Treating me this way. Aren't you afraid of the backlash from both families?
Wen Shui, that's enough. Please excuse her, Mr. Liu.
In my life, I've dedicated myself to charity work. I never bow to any force, Miss Wen. I've always shown you respect. But do you really want me to publicize the details of your summons by the Public Security Bureau?
So that's the kind of person she is. Seriously, she had it coming. Miss Wen, any other surprises that I don't know about?
Mr. Luo, instead of being curious about me, why not deal with the mess left by Wen Shui? If it tarnishes the reputation of Luo's, that wouldn't be good, would it? What do you think?
Song Wenchuan.
Take me to appease the guests. I put so much effort into you only to find you're just like that disgrace to our family, Wen Jian, and incompetent. You've dragged down the Wen group.
Dad, I was set up this time. Next time, I'll definitely...
Next time, if it weren't for your status as Mrs. Luo of the Luo Group, even as chairman of Wen Group putting pressure, I couldn't control the mouths of those media.
Dad, you didn't see the true colors of that woman. She clearly wants to compete with me.
Are you foolish? There are so many women who want to be Mrs. Luo. You can't possibly teach them all a lesson. The priority is to make things with Luo Huaizhou a done deal.
Don't worry, Dad. I understand now. Huaizhou, you've been working hard recently. This is a tonic soup specially prepared for you by Auntie Huaijo. You've been working hard lately. This is a tonic specifically prepared by someone my mother knows, for you to take.
Put it down.
It might be inconvenient for you. Let me feed it to you.
I just have a leg problem, not a disability that makes me unable to take care of myself.
Just make sure you drink it then.
Auntie, there's a cockroach on your head.
Ah, what did you say? Where is it?
On your head. Now it's moved to your shoulder.
Where is it?
It's gone. Maybe it crawled into your clothes.
Ah.
What's going on, sweeties?
Mommy, Uncle Luo is looking for you. You should go quickly. Mommy, the medicine box. Mommy, you should go.
All right, then you guys go play.
Now no one will disturb Mommy and Uncle Luo.
These little rascals, why did they lock the door? Mr. Luo, I'm here to perform a routine checkup.
It's hot.
Are you okay, Mr. Luo? What's wrong, President Luo?
The medicine Wen Shui gave me. There's something wrong with it.
Wen Shui actually gave Luo Huaizhou, but it's useless if Luo Huaizhou's legs still won't move. What's the use? Don't worry, President Luo, I'll go right now and perform acupuncture to detoxify you. President Luo, can you move your legs now?
Warmth, I'm in a lot of pain. Please leave.
To endure all this. Just hang in there, President Luo. I've given you the acupuncture. Fortunately, it's just the medicine's effect making you pass out and not something worse.
You're still not leaving even as tired as this? Really silly.
You've really managed to surround yourself with some capable helpers, so young and already knowing how to fend off others for you.
If it weren't for your accidental success with Mr. Luo's leg recovery, do you think you'd still be able to stand here and talk to me like this?
You keep opposing me, over and over again. Do you really think that just by doing this, you can replace me? How laughable.
And how would you know from the beginning, if it wasn't you I was after?
What do you mean?
I only believe in the cycle of karma, no escape. Everyone must pay a price for their actions. You know exactly what you've done?
Who are you really? Hello, Lu Haotian. Wen Jianan is back.
It's not Wen Shui. What are you freaking out about? Always bringing up someone who's been dead for ages.
My feelings can't be wrong if she really is back. Then we're both doomed.
What do you want to do?
Mommy naughty auntie acting so oddly must be up to something.
Indeed, but we won't know unless we go see what she's really selling in her gourd.
Mommy, we want to go with you. Exactly.
All right. Don't worry. Mommy knows what they're up to. It'll be fine. Just stay home and wait for Mommy, because Mommy has a more important task for you.
Okay, fine.
It's really you, Lu Haoshen. After 6 years, you're still in cahoots with Wen Shuiyi, hooking up. Is Miss Wen here?
No wonder Wen Shui is so wary. Indeed, you have the same eyes as Wen Jian and Dr. Wen. That Miss Wen, she stepped out to make a call. Shall be back soon. Let's sit while we wait. Dr. Wen, I really didn't expect you to be so young. Quite admirable.
President Lu. You flatter me.
You know me.
The Lu Group's trust fund is famous throughout Kyoto, and you are the only heir to the Lu family. Everyone knows this?
Oh, Dr. Warm, you flatter me. Meeting you makes me feel so close, as if I met my fiancé.
That's truly an honor. I really hope I get the chance to befriend your fiancé someday.
Unfortunately, my fiancé died in a maritime accident 6 years ago. I'm afraid that opportunity is gone.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Lu. It was careless of me. On Wen Jianen's arm
is a birthmark that can't be removed. Let's see how you'll pretend now. It's my fault for bringing it up. So, let's have a drink as if I never mentioned it. My apologies. Quick, take it off. I'll have someone dry clean it.
It's okay. Ever since I decided to return to seek revenge, I erased all traces of my wandering life. How could I keep a birthmark? What's wrong, Mr. Lu?
Oh, nothing at all. Please, have a seat. Don't stand. Let's sit. I'm truly sorry. I'll drink to you as an apology.
If after testing and Warm isn't Wen Jianen, I'll let you handle it.
Then I won't be polite. Getting to sleep with such a beauty wouldn't be a loss even if I was used by Wen Shuiyi.
Uncle Luo, can you take us to the Nightshade Club?
Why are you kids going to a place like that? It's not for children to be at.
It's because Aunt Wen asked Mommy to go there. She said she needed to see Mommy, but it's gotten dark and Mommy hasn't returned. We're worried.
Uncle will go and bring your mummy back. You kids stay at home and don't mess around, okay?
Okay.
Mr. Lu, I came at Miss Wen's invitation. She hasn't arrived yet, and I've already had a drink. It's really rude of me.
No worries. She won't mind such things. Let's just drink.
Mr. Lu, I should go and find Miss Wen.
Ah, Dr. Wen, you've just returned to the country and aren't very familiar with this club. Let me give her a call and you wait here for me.
Okay.
Can make it. Something came up. If we're needed, just start without us. This one's to you. Dr. Wen, don't you think it's especially hot over here?
Mr. Lu, it's not the room that's hot. It's your heart that's warm.
Mommy, Uncle Luo is looking for you. The tracker shows he'll be here any minute.
No rush. Someone will come to help you soon.
Don't go.
Wen Nuan, no matter who you really are, fighting over him won't end well for you. If Huai Zhou sees you messing around with another man, would he still want you? Lu Haochen, have you lost your mind?
Wen Shuai, I see without Lu Haoshan, your accomplice, what tricks can you play?
Are you alright? Wen Shui, has she done something to you?
Not at all. I haven't even seen Miss Wen yet. I was just about to go. Come with me? Miss Wen,
Huaizhou, why are you here?
Wen Shui, you really have no shame?
Huaizhou, it's not what you think, it's different.
Miss Wen, you keep saying you won't marry anyone but Luo, but behind his back you are up to no good. If this gets out, how will you live it down?
Huaizhou, Lu Haotian is a lecher by nature. He forced himself on me. Nothing happened between us, nothing at all. Luo, it's like he took something unclean, Miss Wen. Must have been forced, right? I knew nothing. He was rude to me. Look at his state. It's not right, Huaizhou.
Song Wenchuan.
Luo.
Take him to the police station.
Yes.
Huaizhou, thank you for believing me.
Oh my, I feel dizzy.
Warren, what's wrong?
Might be a bit of oxygen deficiency, feeling a bit dizzy.
I'll take you back.
Ah, Huaizhou.
Mr. Luo, slow down a bit. Oh, I can't keep up. Mr. Luo.
To get back at her, you dared to venture into danger alone.
Isn't Mr. Luo's arrival quite timely?
What if something had happened? Today the person coerced by Lu Haochen would have been you.
Mr. Luo, aren't you mad at me for setting a trap and framing Wen Shuai?
Huaizhou! Let me explain. This was all Womp's plot to frame me.
Had you not harboured malicious intent first, you wouldn't have trapped yourself.
Miss Wen, I didn't expect things to turn out this way today, especially since you were the one who called me here. As for CEO Lu, he is your friend. The officer will surely investigate where CEO Lu's medicine came from, and what its purpose was.
Don't need your false kindness. Isn't this all what you wanted to see?
Miss Wen, you've misunderstood me. What I want to see is more than just this.
What else do you want to do?
Miss Wen, please don't be angry.
Wen Shui, enough already. If there's a next time for today's events, just you try.
Huaizhou, it wasn't me. It was all her act. It wasn't me and Huaizhou. She was pretending the whole time. Huaizhou.
In the middle of the night, alone with a man, Mr. Luo, bringing me to your room doesn't seem quite right.
You were injured? All the children are asleep. Going back now would worry them.
It was just a sprained ankle. It's fine now. What about you? Are you feeling unwell somewhere?
Glad to hear you're okay. Let's head back, rest early. Why haven't you left yet?
That medicine may have been harsh on your legs, allowing you to walk normally, but you can't stand for too long. If it weren't for me, you wouldn't have returned home and then gone to the nightclub. Of course I can't just abandon you.
What you did today?
Mr. Luo, don't you already have an answer in your heart?
I want to hear you say it to me.
Whether it is or isn't. So what, Mr. Luo? Do you want to seek justice for your fiancé?
Stop telling me that you just want to blow off steam again. There are many ways to punish Wen Shuai. Why do you insist on involving Lu Haotian? What's the real reason?
Mr. Luo, just think of it as Miss Wen and I not getting along. You should probably stay out of women's affairs.
After all this time we've spent together, don't you trust me? Whatever you want to do, I'll help you.
Mr. Luo sure knows how to repay kindness.
Don't provoke me with your words. Just say the word and I'll lend a hand.
So what you mean, Mr. Luo, is... whatever it is, you'll agree. How about you call off the engagement? Would you be willing? Just kidding. Don't take it seriously. I'm going to rest now.
I would call off the engagement.
So, if I asked you to call off the engagement, would you do it?
I would call off the engagement.
So, he means he would listen to me and call off the engagement? Is this really him wanting to help or just a test? Hi, Mr. Luo. I'm Warmth. What you're saying, Mr. Luo, is, no matter what it is, you'll agree to it? So if I ask you to call off the engagement, would you be willing to?
Warmth. What secret are you hiding exactly?
Miss Warmth, what are you up to now?
After all this time, you're still playing the innocent? Because of you, Huai would call off our engagement. Let me tell you, even if I'm not Mrs. Luo, it definitely won't be you.
We'll see about that. As long as I set my mind to it. Everything you rely on will become mine.
So you're finally dropping the act, aren't you? It was you who planned that wedding from the start, right?
You guessed right. But you haven't guessed accurately enough. Watching you fall from the clouds, I've been looking forward to this show for a long time. Sooner or later, I will leave you with nothing.
Who are you exactly?
Enough. The Luo family will not allow such insolence.
Why, Joe? You misunderstood me that day. Nothing really happened between me and Lu Haochen. It was all her conspiracy. It was all her plot.
I know all about it now.
You know? Then what does she have that I don't? In what way am I not as good as her? Why defend her so fiercely? Are you going to break off our engagement for her now, is that it?
The breakup has nothing to do with her. It's not about her. Get out.
Fine. I'll leave. Hey, get me some information on Wen Nuan. I want all her details.
Wen Shuiyi, that's about it. Losing the support of the Luo family, it's the Wen family's turn now. It's time for the Wen family now.
I assure you, such things won't happen again.
So, does what you said last night still hold? Does it still count?
Does what just happened not count as keeping my word?
Then I'll just thank Mr. Luo first.
Mommy, what happened? Can we help Mommy come up with a solution together? Right, Mommy?
Mommy indeed has something. I'm counting on you guys. Suishi, help Mommy hack into the Wen Corporation system. Make some trouble for them. Nian, you help Mommy manipulate the Wen stock market. Make them lose some money. Can you do it?
No problem.
That's great.
Mommy, so what should May do?
Oh, dear, just be Mommy's little bundle of joy. That's enough.
Got it. We want to be part of it too.
Years and May.
Yeah.
We've already driven away the bad auntie, and there are more important things to do. Staying here wouldn't be too convenient.
Mommy, are we moving? Mommy, we don't want to leave Uncle Lu, do we? Mommy, I can't bear to leave Uncle Lu and Grandma.
Oh, May, don't cry. Mommy didn't say we don't want Uncle Lu.
I've never said I don't want you all.
Uncle Lu, please, persuade Mommy. Right, we don't want to leave. Uncle Lu, you're the best.
The door wasn't even closed what he heard just now. How much of it exactly? Mr. Lu, how could you eavesdrop at the corner?
If I hadn't eavesdropped, how would I know you were talking about me?
So, what did you hear?
Don't worry, I came to bring the fixed bracelet, only heard your last sentence. So have you been talking bad about me before?
Then I'll have to trouble you, Boss Luo.
I heard you needed something. Needed my help? Hey, what's up, Boss Wen?
Boss Luo, I know that you and my daughter's wedding is off, but could you, for the sake of Shuiyi's 6 years of youth, help out the Wen Corporation?
It's not like that.
This is what I wanted, the favor I need from you, Boss Luo. No matter what my family says, you shouldn't bother with it, Boss Luo.
Okay.
You aren't going to ask me why?
I'll wait for you to tell me personally.
Then could you do me another favor? Help me look after the kids. I just need to go out and get something done. No problem, right, Boss Luo?
Just leave them to me with peace of mind. How about I take you guys on a plane ride?
That sounds great.
Who wants to go first? You come first. Ready, set, go. Set.
If that man back then had been Luo Huai, it seems like it wouldn't have been too hard to accept. What am I thinking? The priority right now is to find Wen Guanghua.
If we don't find investment to plug the company's gaps, you'll all be left out in the cold. What now? What? Mr. Luo sent someone? Let her in. Come in.
Hello, Mr. Wen. I'm Wen Nuan. Mr. Luo sent me to talk about investment.
You are? The person who appeared at Shuiyi's wedding.
For 20 years, you never really looked at me. Now, here I am, transformed, standing in front of you, and you still don't recognize me. Who I am. All right then. The fairness you owe me and my mother, I'll take it all back, Mr. Wen. What a memory.
I heard you didn't go easy on Shuiyi. Now you got her facing a broken engagement. What's your angle here?
In the face of your company's crisis, the person who shows up could be bringing help or adding fuel to the fire. Mr. Wen, which one do you hope I am?
Right after Mr. Luo hung up with me, Dr. Wen shows up. I really can't figure out all the twists and turns here.
About Miss Wen's matter, I'm really sorry too, but I don't want to make enemies everywhere after returning to the country. So, I helped Director Wen tweak a few things. This is a project file personally signed by Director Luo. Please have a look.
It indeed is personally signed by Director Luo. Dr. Wen really has incredible abilities. With this, our Wen family can turn danger into safety.
If Director Wen finds no issues with the contract terms, let's sign it.
All right. What's wrong with Shuiyi?
Hey Dad, Huaizhou just called me saying he's coming over for dinner. It must be Auntie who persuaded him, so he's not calling off the engagement.
That's really great. I'll head back right now and prepare well. Miss Wen, there's a sudden emergency at home. How about you come back with me? I'll review it on the way and then sign it.
Isn't this getting what I want without any effort? But what could make Wen Guanghua so happy, I wonder?
Huaizhou is here. Come take a seat.
Seeing how happy Director Wen is, it must be because of Director Luo, this great son-in-law.
Huaizhou! It's great that you can give Shuiyi another chance. I'm really happy. Tonight, we're not going home until we're hammered.
Dad, why is she here?
Shuiyi, Dr. Wen is an honored guest I invited. Let's not be rude. Dr. Wen, sorry about that. I hope you feel right at home here.
Of course, maybe it's because we share the same last name. I do feel like I'm coming home.
As if you could reincarnate 10 times and still never be part of my family. Take a good look at yourself. With your attitude, who do you think you are?
All right. Let's not make a scene in front of Huaizhou. Go and tell the kitchen to start the meal. Go on. Huaizhou, when Miss Wen was delivering the investment, I had some doubts, but now I totally get it. We're all family here. No need to speak like strangers. I'll get some good wine. You folks sit tight.
When did I ever ask you to deliver an investment?
What's the matter, President Luo? Was everything you said last night a lie?
Of course not.
Then don't contradict me.
This is the Wen's place. Where are you going?
Anywhere's fine. As long as it's away from someone so fickle like you. I can't stay here.
I didn't.
Don't tell me, President Luo, you're actually here for a meal with the Wens?
I'm here to call off the engagement. Mum, are you done with your checkup?
What's up? Is there anything more important than my son's marriage? Huaizhou? About that day, Shui Yi told me everything. She may have a temper, but she almost got wronged, didn't she? She knows she was wrong. Why do you insist on calling off the engagement?
Mum, calling off my engagement with her isn't just because of that. It's mainly because she caused me. If it weren't for Dr. Wen using acupuncture to unblock, I might never have been able to stand up again.
I was wondering how your leg healed so quickly. It was drug stimulation after all. There aren't any side effects, are there?
Thanks to Dr. Wen, there's nothing serious.
Dr. Wen is a good woman, and her children are smart and lovable too. But no matter how good she is, the Luo family elders would never allow you to marry someone who has had children.
But I'm not willing to settle it. If I can't marry someone I truly love, then marriage is meaningless.
Son, since your father passed away, the entire family's burden has fallen on your shoulders. Everyone has placed their hopes in you. Your marriage is not just your own matter anymore. And me. I don't want you to face the entire family's pressure. I agree to you calling off the engagement, but I have to find a new candidate for you. Dr. Wen is absolutely not suitable.
Auntie, didn't you like Wen Shuiyi a lot? How come you agreed to come here personally to call off the engagement?
In her heart, no one is more important than me.
As a mother, of course, I hope my child can have everything go their way. It seems you can also find your own happiness.
Huaizhou! Why are you standing here? Come and eat. No matter how hard you try, what's the use? A prestigious family like the Luos will only choose someone well-matched in social status like me. And you can only be a mere jester. How do you feel? It must be hard for you, right?
Being in the race doesn't mean losing. It's not over yet. Who knows who the winner will be in the end?
Today, thanks to Huaizhou, we are doubly blessed. I hope our families can support each other in the future.
Huaizhou! Thank you for giving me a chance to prevent us from missing out. Because of someone's instigation?
I'm here today to discuss our
Wedding date? Huaizhou, I've prepared everything. Just waiting for you to say the word. Everything can proceed as planned.
Really looking forward to it. Miss Wen's hard work paying off. I hope there's a place for me at the wedding.
I'm going to be Mrs. Luo in the future. You're just a poor doctor on standby. You and I are worlds apart, worthy of being an honored guest at my wedding. You're delusional, dream on.
Shui! You're wrong here. Our group's crisis was averted thanks to Dr. Wen's help. We can't be friends, but let's not be enemies, right, Dr. Wen?
Miss Wen is just too concerned about Mr. Luo. I understand if it were me having a fiancé like Mr. Luo, I'd probably worry too about other women trying to snag him.
Knock it off!
A second-hand item with 3 kids in tow. No man would give a second glance in this lifetime. You're only fit to sit here and daydream to numb yourself.
Miss Wen shouldn't be so sure of herself. You never know, there might be a man who falls head over heels for me and can't be pushed away.
You! How dare you flirt with my man right in front of me in my own house? I really think you ought to take that.
Wen Shuiyi, I'm here today to call off the engagement. Don't flatter yourself.
This. Huaizhou, why on earth would you do this?
Huaizhou, but just a moment ago you clearly didn't say it was like this. Is it because of her?
From the start to the end, I never mentioned discussing the wedding plans.
You femme fatale, it's all because you misled her.
Enough.
Excuse me, I need to handle this.
Huaizhou, even if we are to break off our engagement, we need to discuss and clear things up.
Sui, come back and sit down. Can't we talk this out properly? Still as stubborn as ever, huh?
Mom actually hid the shares here.
Hey! How did the clothes end up here? Why are you here?
Let go of me. Mind your own business.
What do you take me for? A tool to provoke Shui?
Well, Mr. Luo, you seem to enjoy it, don't you?
I won't have anything to do with the Wen family in the future. You don't need to say things like that to provoke me.
You're so confident, Mr. Luo, but what if you accidentally get involved with the Wen family again? Wouldn't that be embarrassing for you?
Stop talking! Someone's coming!
Luozhou, where are you?
Are you crazy? Someone's coming. Why aren't we leaving quickly? Why are you covering my mouth? You might as well cover my eyes, too.
Now you should be asking me for help. Otherwise, do you think you could keep your things safe?
So, Mr. Luo, how do you want me to beg you?
Figure it out yourself.
Luozhou. Why, Joe? Why are you in my dad's room?
Walked into the wrong room? The divorce agreement is signed. Check the compensation. This is your last chance to fight for something.
It's just that Dad asked me to call you.
Let's go. After staying for so long, how come you can't even say thank you anymore?
Then thank you, Mr. Luo. I'll go back to my room now.
What were you doing in Wen Guanghua's room? And what's this with the file bag? What's this about?
Mr. Luo, having been in the country for so many years, don't you know it's best to mind your own business?
Wen Guanghua is a slick operator. If you haven't dealt with him, you'll be at a disadvantage.
How do you know I'm not fully aware of him?
Wen Nuan, if you want to annoy Wen Xueyi, I'm all you need.
Mr. Luo, we are just in an employment relationship. You're overstepping.
Employment relationship? When you were flirting with me, did you think about us being in an employment relationship? When you kissed me, did you think about us being in an employment relationship?
Luo, Mr. Luo, could you not be like an innocent big boy? It was just a completely normal cheek kiss.
I really didn't know. Maybe Dr. Wen could teach me then?
Mr. Luo, in my heart, there's only room for a father of three. I can only be physically involved, not emotionally. Mr. Luo, if you don't mind just a fling, I'm up for it.
If there are other men, why not go after them?
How do you know I haven't tried? Mr. Luo, I'll head back to my room to rest. See you later?
How outstanding must this guy be for you to think about him? Song Wenxuan, investigate Wen Nuan's past for me. Especially the father of her children.
What did you say? You found Wen Nuan's plastic surgery and name change records? Get those documents to me now. What's going on? Why did it disappear the moment I opened it? It seems someone has been
watching Wen Nuan's information closely and set it to self-destruct upon viewing. Even with repairs, it'll take at least a month.
By the time a month passes, it'll all be old news. You need to hurry up and send me the evidence of Wen Nuan's post-plastic surgery recovery records. Even if I can't expose her true face beneath the skin right now. I won't let her get away with it.
Luckily, we intercepted it before Mommy's information got leaked. That's my brother for you? Mommy isn't being investigated by that bad lady, is she? What should we do?
Besides her, there's no one else. But don't worry, Mommy has already received the shares left by Grandma. With this funding, we can draw the Wen and Luo families into the game.
Mr. Luo, I just found Dr. Wen's information. Everything was wiped clean instantly. I tracked the intercepting IP and found it to be the same as the one that breached Wen Corporation's firewall before.
And...
Speak up. This IP address? Comes from Suisui's computer?
What did you say?
It's true. Suisui's computer system was even set up by me. I couldn't be more familiar. Mr. Luo, this kid, Suisui, really has your cleverness from when you were young?
You think you've ever seen what I looked like when I was a kid?
Never seen it. I've just always heard the old lady talk about it. You had 3 rooms filled to the brim with honor certificates. All your glorious deeds, I could recite them by heart. Even at such a young age, you were such a genius. Just a shame! They weren't your own kids?
So what if they're not my biological kids when I find that guy, that deadbeat who abandoned his wife and kids? I'll make sure he sees how the kids recognize me as their dad.
Yes, I'll have someone get on it immediately. Speed up the search for Dr. Wen's information.
Auntie. I know I shouldn't be here after breaking off the engagement with Huaizhou. I shouldn't be causing more trouble. But the bond over these 6 years can't be faked. I really couldn't stand by and watch Huaizhou being deceived.
What do you mean by that?
This is what I found out about Wen Nuan's background. This woman, she not only changed her name, but also had plastic surgery. Even her marriage record is fake. She had a child out of wedlock and is terrified of anyone finding out about everything she's done. She destroyed all the evidence.
Can you guarantee everything you're saying is true?
Auntie, I swear, if I'm telling even half a lie, let the Wen family vanish from the capital. Auntie, haven't you noticed? Ever since that woman appeared, not only me and the Wen family have faced continuous troubles, even Huaizhou has changed. Someone like her, with malicious intentions and a hidden identity, you can't keep her around.
Go! Call her over for me!
Mrs. Feng, what can I do for you?
Wen Nuan, your name change and plastic surgery, along with having a child out of wedlock, we already know all about it. What unspeakable things have you done to completely change your identity like that? So thoroughly that, come on, spill it. What's your real motive for getting close to Huaizhou?
In this world, there are so many people who undergo plastic surgery and change their names. What gives you the right to target my mom? Your private investigation into my mom's past is an invasion of her privacy. We could sue you for that. My mom worked hard to give birth to us and to earn money to raise us. I won't allow you to talk about my mom that way.
Madam, look. Now even these little brats are showing their true colors.
Mrs. Feng, what Miss Wen says is indeed the truth. But I don't see these as blemishes on my character. The innocent have nothing to hide.
Dr. Wen, whether you're innocent or not doesn't matter to me. But as for Huaizhou's feelings towards you, you must be aware. If you still harbor any feelings for Huaizhou, I hope you'll move out of here immediately.
Grandma, aren't we your favorites? Can you really bear to see us leave? Grandma, from now on we'll be good, Grandma. Please let us stay, okay? Grandma! Yue doesn't want to leave. Yue can't bear to Uncle Luo and Grandma.
Dr. Wen, Huaizhou is my only son. I don't want to see him get hurt in any way. As a mother yourself, you should really understand how I feel.
All right. Then, Mrs. Feng, please give me some time to pack my bags. Let's go.
Miss Wen, thank you for coming in person to tell me this. Now you should also leave.
All right, Auntie. Then I won't disturb you any longer.
If only these kids were Huaizhou's. That would be great. Hello, who is this?
Mrs. Fang. Hello, I'm a nurse from Kyoto Hospital. I'm very sorry the day we delivered the DNA. Report, we got it wrong. The result for your report indicates a parental relationship.
What? Are you saying those 3 kids are my son's biological children?
That's correct, but to be cautious, you can use a sample and test it again.
All right. Let's do it again with an expedited test. There can't be any mistakes this time. Oh my. This is wonderful. I almost ended up sending my grandson and daughter-in-law out the door.
Mrs. Feng, thank you for all the care during this time. We'll be taking our leave now.
Goodbye, Grandma.
Warmth. I've been thinking, perhaps you shouldn't move out just yet.
Why is that? Aren't you worried about Mr. Luo?
It's precisely because I care about Huaizhou that I can't make this decision for him. Besides, these three little treasures are so adorable. I couldn't bear to have you living outside.
Grandma, we love you the most. Long live Grandma. Love you the most, Grandma.
Okay.
Mrs. Feng.
Grandma.
Never thought at my age I'd be battling illnesses everywhere.
Mum, after this surgery for acute gastroenteritis, you must take good care of yourself. You really must.
Find yourself a caring soul to marry, so I can be at peace.
Mrs. Feng, you should focus on nutritional care after surgery. Let me make you some medicinal meals.
I'll walk you there.
No need.
Dr. Wen, I'm sorry to trouble you. Let Huaizhou take you back.
Mommy, we want to stay and take care of Grandma. Yeah, Grandma has no one to keep her company, and it's so boring. We promise not to cause Grandma any trouble.
All right then. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Sweeties, you don't mind staying with Grandma? Isn't it dull?
If we were sick, you and Uncle would definitely take care of us.
You kids bounce back quickly because you're young, but Grandma is different.
Grandma, from now on, will supervise you to keep you healthy and strong.
All right. Once everything is better, I must find a way to make it up to Wen Nuan and the kids.
Look at you, Wen Shuyi, dumping everything on my head, making me squat for so long.
Mr. Liu. I'm really sorry. Being alone in Kyoto, I had to pull many strings just to get you bailed out. You've been wronged.
Dr. Wen? It was you who bailed me out?
Yes.
That day.
Oh, that was all a misunderstanding. It must have been the club's drinks that were to blame. I've already reported them to have them closed for rectification. As for Miss Wen, I think even if she was worried about Mr. Luo misunderstanding her, she shouldn't have treated you like that. From now on,
my Lu family and the Wen family will be sworn enemies. Ah, Miss Wen, I really owe you one this time, for bailing me out. How about, I treat you to a couple of drinks? This time let's pick a quiet place.
Better not. I've got to get home and take care of my child. I hope from today on we can officially become friends and maybe work together in the future.
Of course.
Mr. Liu. Please, have a seat.
Dr. Wen, I was wondering why you wanted to see me. Is there something you need?
I remember you said if I ever ran into trouble, you'd help me unconditionally.
Dr. Wen, you're my lifesaver. I, Lu, am a man of my word. Tell me, what do you need help with?
Well, these are shares left by my mother. I'd like you to help me sell them. And also, regarding both the Wen and Lu families, release a statement claiming there's a sure win deal inviting collaboration.
Lu Haoshen, didn't you go in? You came out so quickly.
If Wen Shuyi can clean herself up entirely, me, a person who's been tricked, why can't I come out? Uncle Wen, is this you not wanting me to come out?
Oh, you two are quite early, so? Did you bring the contract?
What, he's here to negotiate a deal too?
Yes, this deal of mine is massive. Making a profit of billions is a piece of cake. Looking at Kyoto, there are few brave enough to test the waters. You two really have guts and vision.
Since when has the Lu Corporation been into import and export business? It's better not to recklessly invest in areas you've never touched.
Uncle Wen! Your thinking can't keep up now. Us young people, you see, have a saying, there are no paths in the world until we take the first step, right?
Si, when doing business, harmony is most valuable. Let's follow the rules. Highest bidder wins. How about that?
No problem.
Lou Howshan. You're going too far. Every time you bid, you outbid me by $100,000. That's not being sincere, but rather picking a quarrel.
Uncle Wen, I'm just following the rules to bid. It's just every time I'm just a bit higher than you. Hey, no problem, right?
The turtle is trapped in the jar. Come quickly.
Do you even have a shred of conscience left? Let's not talk about Shuai's issue for now. Back then, you and my eldest daughter, Wen Jianan, were engaged. Then you betrayed her, and now you still have the audacity to compete in business with me, your former father-in-law?
Father-in-law? Let me tell you, it was clearly your daughter who got pregnant by some other guy, making me wear the green hat, not to mention bringing shame upon my whole family. I haven't even started with you Wen family for this account, old man.
If it wasn't for you and those women causing unnecessary drama, would my daughter have been stressed? Leading to a fatal difficult birth?
Uncle Wen, I advise you to watch what you say. You never know. The woman in question might just be around you, or even more likely, she could be the killer of Wen Jianan.
You're talking nonsense!
You old piece of work, don't talk to me about.
These things, why must you two argue? There is clearly a solution that benefits both sides. It's not good to harm the good vibes.
Mr. Wen, hey, please, take a seat first. I heard from Dr. Wen that you were acquainted before. That's why I called her over. We can discuss and find a solution.
Mr. Liu, didn't you say the highest bidder wins? This exclusive agency, right? It can't possibly go to both parties, can it?
Yes, I did say the highest bidder wins, but that was in reference to numerous projects, Mr. Wen, and both of you came up starting a dispute right away, leaving me with no chance to interject.
Oh, Mr. Liu, you can't really blame this on Director Wen. After all, not long ago, Mr. Liu and Director Wen's daughter had some misunderstandings. Mr. Liu even ended up spending a few days in. These two are bound to have some hard feelings.
Listen to this. It's Dr. Wen who sees right from wrong.
This is truly a conversation at cross purposes.
Mr. Liu and I originally thought we all could make money together. That's why, among many interested parties, we chose Director Wen and Mr. Liu. If these two haven't profited yet and end up holding grudges because of this, it's my fault, actually.
What Dr. Wen means is, you have a share in this too, don't you?
Exactly. The startup capital includes Dr. Wen's share, so I've entrusted this matter entirely to Dr. Wen. If you two have any problems later, just directly contact Dr. Wen.
Right. If there's no problem with the contract, let's sign it.
Dad, how can you cooperate with Wen Nuan? Have you forgotten how she treated me before?
If it weren't for you provoking Dr. Wen time and again, would she have retaliated in self-defense? Not to mention Dr. Wen spoke for us in front of President Luo before. This time it's Mr. Liu who's spearheading this. Dr. Wen, like us, is an investor. She's put in money. What am I afraid of?
But Dad!
Enough. Look at what you've been up to lately, all the good you've done. Today, in front of Mr. Liu, you made me lose so much face. You can't even handle a man. How can I count on you in the future for anything? Get out of my sight. Move!
Why does everyone think she's so great?
Mommy, you must be tired. Let me give you a shoulder rub. Mommy, lift up your foot. Let me swap your slippers. Mommy, you must be thirsty. You worked hard today.
All right. With you kids around, how could Mommy ever feel tired? All right, Sui Sui. That overseas account Mommy asked you to set up, how's it going? Don't worry, Mommy.
Trust me, Bad Grandpa and Bad Uncle will never find out. They're actually transferring funds to a dummy account. I've been controlling the stock market trends of both the Liu and Wen families until the day Mommy closes the net, making them lose everything they have. You really are?
My precious treasures. Come here, give me a kiss. Me too.
Me too, me too. You mean Wen Nuan.
had an odd reaction when they talked about Wen Jianan. That's right.
Yes.
Go and look up some information on Wen Jianan.
Got it.
You can't get in touch with Mr. Liu either?
My phone keeps saying the number is out of service. So I decided to just come to the hotel and put all of our company's liquid assets into this project. The money was supposed to be returned yesterday. If it doesn't hit the account today, my entire company is going to be ruined.
Hi, we're looking for Mr. Liu Kanyong in room 6.
I'm sorry, Mr. Liu checked out 3 days ago.
What? How could this happen? If I don't get the money today, I'll be bankrupt.
Isn't Wen Nuan in charge? I'll contact her.
No need to look further. I'm here.
Dr. Wen, didn't you say the funds would double and return in half a month? But our money hasn't arrived yet. And what about Mr. Liu? How come he's vanished?
Because all this was a trap, I said. Mr. Liu was nothing but a ploy. When you gambled everything due to your greed, you should have prepared for complete ruin. Be prepared for bankruptcy.
101. When... Even if I targeted you, it was you who started it. We were even long ago. Why are you still doing this to us?
Someone like you who's done so much wrong. Talking about being even with me. The moment you harmed my family and my child, you should have known this game started with you, but when it ends is up to me.
What are you even talking about? You had plastic surgery? And changed your name. Who exactly are you? Could you be Wen Jianan?
What?
Wen Nuan is indeed Wen Jianan.
Exactly. This was recovered by a hacker, Doctor. Wen's information. It shows her previous name and identity info. It's the same Wen Jianan. The Wen family claimed died in an accident 6 years ago. I heard Dr. Wen has recently been discussing a partnership with the Wen and Liu family's boss Luo. I just feel something's off.
Get the car ready now. Take me to the Kyoto hotel.
Yes, sir. All right, enough. Are you done yet? I've seen the birthmark on her. She's not Wen Jianan.
She's a doctor. She has her ways to remove birthmarks. You've all been deceived by her dad. I told you about her long ago. I've mentioned her to you.
Shut up! You curse! You still have the nerve to spout nonsense. If it weren't for you offending them first, our Wen family wouldn't have suffered this catastrophe. What a disaster!
Dad!
You hurry up and apologize to Dr. Wen.
Apologize?
Dr. Wen, considering my old age, please be generous. Spare the Wen family. I'll have Shui kneel and apologize until you're satisfied.
Dad! Why should I apologize to her?
If it wasn't for you, my Liu family would not have been dragged into this by you. Let me tell you, it's almost time to repay what you owe. Do you expect me to pay for your mistakes?
Miss Wen, every minute you hesitate. The Wen and Liu families but could lose millions.
Apologize, huh? Let me tell you, my family's gone bankrupt. I'll be the first not to let you off.
You bring disaster, speak up. Do you want us to end up homeless? Just apologize already.
I'm sorry?
Louder. Can't hear you. Sorry to who? Without a name, I can't accept it. I wouldn't dare.
Miss Wen! I'm sorry.
Not enough?
What else do you want?
You're a curse. Just apologize to her properly.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
These 3 apologies are what you owe me.
Dr. Wen, can you calm down now? Please withdraw your accusation. I still need to provide for my family.
Right, Dr. Wen. We're all friends here. Show some magnanimity.
I don't have friends like you. And you... letting your daughter do all sorts of evil, completely heartless. What right do you have for me to let you go? This is your retribution?
You!
I'm giving you face. Don't you get it, scheming against me? You got the nerve. I just fear you won't live long enough.
What's the matter? Mr. Liu still wants to silence someone? Why did you come?
Are you okay? I know everything. Those who have hurt you. I won't let any of them off.
Why, Joe? The reason why the Wen and Lu families went bankrupt, it's all because of this woman. She orchestrated everything. She's a deeply scheming woman. Don't be fooled by her facade anymore, please.
What kind of person she is not for you to comment on here. You just need to pay the price for hurting her. Song Wen Xuan. Take them to the Public Security Bureau. The bankruptcy of the Wen and Lu families is already determined. Anyone who dares to defend them...
You! Let me go! I'm the chairman of the Wen Corporation. On what grounds are you arresting me?
Half an hour ago, I had the inspection office seal off the Wen and Lu families' properties. From now on, in the capital, there will be no more Wen and Lu families. All your grand dreams, you'll be dreaming them in prison. Just wait for it.
Why, Joe? Why, Joe?
Stop. Don't worry. I will definitely not let Lu Haotian escape. Warm.
Mr. Luo, I'm all right. It's just that I fainted because I was nervous. So maybe we can skip the medicine.
Right now, your body is still very weak. You need to take the medicine.
Mommy, is the medicine very bitter? Uncle Luo has magic, you know.
What kind of magic?
Uncle Luo, Mommy is just like us, afraid of the bitter taste. Please help Mommy.
Here, watching you with the kids every day, I honestly can't tell who needs more looking after.
Well, Mr. Luo himself was well prepared and even brought lollipops. All right. How's Lu Haochen now? Any news?
Don't worry, I've organized a comprehensive search for him. He won't get away with this. Once this is over, maybe you should start considering your own matters.
You know all about me being Wen Jianan. Don't you think it's too cruel to the Wen family?
For every action, there's a consequence. When they made the move to hurt you, they should have expected this outcome today.
Let's wait until Lu Haochen is caught to discuss this. I still have the kids to consider.
Mommy, we have no objections, you know. Ha ha!
Never thought Wen Guanhua, that old geezer, would have a change of heart and take all the blame upon himself, setting you free. How come you still want to try and save him?
Save your breath. They might not have caught you, but they definitely won't let you off. We need to strike first. This Wen Nuan caused me to fall this low. I will make her pay back twice as much.
What I want isn't just a warm life. I also want Luo Huaizhou to pay a price for his arrogance.
I've told you that old lady Feng Man is staying here in the hospital. You guys can use her to lure Wen Nuan and those kids and catch them all in one go. That'll do the trick.
Why even call me here? If it wasn't for the news, I wouldn't have known you're the heiress of the Wen Corporation. Helping you kidnap someone surely deserves a little extra, right?
Don't get greedy.
We don't need money. Just hang out with us for a bit. We'll do whatever you say.
Ungrateful jerk. Today, we've got you cornered, Chase her.
There really is a parental relationship that's wonderful. Children are truly Huaizhou's. I need to go back and tell them right away.
Auntie, save me. Someone is trying to molest me. Auntie, thank you. I didn't expect you'd still save me.
From now on, our ties are completely severed. I hope you will no longer bother Huaizhou.
Open the door. Let me in. Open up. Don't grab me. Don't grab me. Three kids, all from Huaizhou? Why is your life so good? And I'm driven to this point. What I can't have. You won't get it either.
How's it going? Did you get anything about my mom, where she might be?
She was speaking all crazy, nothing of value came out.
The hospital hallway surveillance was under maintenance today. Only she was with the aunt at that time. So, if we want to know what happened, we have to ask her. Doctor, how is she?
It seems like she...
Huaizhou. Huaizhou, we're going to get married tomorrow. I don't want to wear ugly clothes.
Shuiyi, what on earth happened today? Why was my mom kidnapped?
I don't know. They're here, they're coming to get me, no save me.
The patient is extremely shocked, exhibiting temporary amnesia. She can't withstand any stress right now. If you want a coherent testimony, you're better off calming her emotions. Following her wishes might just help her regain her memory.
Mr. Luo, Miss Wen just mentioned your wedding tomorrow. I think her memory might have reverted to the day before your wedding if you two were to marry again. Ms. Wen might just get so happy that her memory returns.
Huaizhou! Huaizhou, take me back. I want to go home.
Miss Wen, do you recognize me?
Shh, you evil woman trying to steal Huaizhou from me, I'll bite you to death.
Come out with me for a moment.
Are you saying she's faking it?
If her memory really went back to the day before your wedding, how would she recognize me? My guess is she just wants to force you into marriage and disclose your mum's whereabouts afterwards.
My mum's illness is serious. We can't wait that long.
I've already had Sui Sui restore the surveillance. We should hear news about your mum soon, but we need to keep Wen Shuai calm first in case she's colluding with the criminal and harms your mum again. Huaizhou, listen to me. Huaizhou.
Enough! She's gone mad now. And you're saying she's faking it? Just because you're a doctor? There should be some...
I lack compassion. It's clearly her pretending to be insane, playing dumb. Can't you see?
The surveillance is already busted. She's the only one who knows the truth. What can I do? You're obstructing me like this. Is it because my mum tried to drive you away again and again? You'd rather she died out there.
That's too much. Is that all I am to you, this worthless?
Huaizhou! Hug me.
We're getting married tomorrow. I'll have Wen Xuan drive us back later.
Luo Huaizhou. Are you serious about marrying her? What about me?
Miss Wen, my mother has always disliked you, especially now when her life and death is uncertain. I'm marrying someone like Shuiyi, my mom's choice of girl, not you.
Huaizhou, I don't want to see her. Make her leave.
Please leave.
Fine. Then I'll just leave with the child. Hope you won't regret it.
I need to discuss something with the officer. You should rest well.
Lu Haotian, there's been a change in plans. I couldn't take Warm and the 3 kids. But Luo Huaizhou is back by my side. If you don't want to get caught, you'll have to listen to me.
A losing deal? Count me out. I still want Luo Huaizhou's company.
Wow, 3 genius babies, so young and already cracking cases.
We found Grandma's location. It's in an abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of town. Great! Now Grandma can really be saved now.
Thank you, Wen Nuan. I'm lucky to have you.
Huaizhou, it's so late. Who are you calling?
Talking to the officer. My mum hasn't been found yet. I'm really worried.
Huaizhou, worrying is one thing, but you need to take care of yourself. Auntie wouldn't want to see you like this. Drink some nourishing soup.
How come I never noticed how gentle and considerate you are before? I must give you the grandest wedding.
Huaizhou! It's also my fault for being useless. Every time I try and think of what happened that night, I get a terrible headache. I'm no help to you at all.
If there's someone to blame, it's that Wen Nuan. If it wasn't for her fainting and holding me back, my mum wouldn't have had that accident.
All right, Huaizhou. There's no need to talk about that vixen anymore.
Here. Drink this while it's hot. Looking at how high and mighty you usually are, and now still easily fooled by me. Round and round. Once I truly take over Luo's group, you, who will have nothing, will be fit only to be my underling.
Huaizhou, where are you rushing off to? Is it about your mom's whereabouts?
Something happened at the company. I can't accompany you to try on the wedding dress today.
Oh. Then the company's matters are more important. You go ahead. Lu Haotian. Luo Huaizhou has already taken the bait. Now it's time for Wen Nuan and those little ones' turn.
Lu Haotian, you still dare to contact me.
If you want to save Luo Huaizhou's mom, then come to the warehouse on the outskirts of town with your 3 kids. Only the 4 of you are allowed?
Grandma, are you okay, Grandma?
Once today, Luo Huaizhou is going to marry me, and you still choose to save this old lady. It's really touching. Too bad. Today, you all are going to die here. Ha 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 ha.
Wen Shui, you really were playing dumb. I advise you to stop, Mom. Or you'll regret it bitterly.
Regret? What do I have to regret? This is all your own doing. And you? What about you? Seeing the 3 kids, you forgot who really deserves to be Luo's mom. Even if you bore Luo Huaizhou 3 children, so what? Today, the person he's marrying is me. You all can go to hell together. Lu Haoshen, kill them. And the Luo family will be ours. Huaizhou, I'm finally going to marry you.
Is that so? But I won't marry you?
Why?
Because the person he's marrying is me.
How are you not dead? How is this possible?
If it weren't for this act, you and Lu Haotian wouldn't have exposed yourselves, bringing you to justice.
Let me go, Wen Nuan. You dare to arrest me. Wen Nuan!
Let's meet up with Huaizhou.
Wen Nuan! You dare to arrest me, Wen Nuan?
What are you talking about? All of this was clearly done by Lu Haotian. It has nothing to do with me.
Nice move, leading the disaster elsewhere, huh? Lu Haotian, did you hear that?
Wen Shui! It was clearly a kidnapping we planned together, and you're trying to clear your name.
I admit I wanted to teach Wen Nuan a lesson, but I didn't succeed. Attempted crime isn't a crime, right?
Then why did you lock me out, making me get caught by Lu Haotian? That must have been intentional.
Auntie, in Huaizhou, I was just panicked at the time. That's all understandable, right? All of this was Lu Haotian's doing. You shouldn't be blaming me. We should hurry and get Lu Haotian arrested. Someone come! Arrest him!
Wen Shui! Your crimes aren't limited to this one. 6 years ago, despite knowing I was your brother-in-law, you still seduced me. Deliberately infuriated your mother who raised you to death. And finally, you pushed your pregnant sister down the stairs, killed 4 people at once, and made me flee far from home. Have you forgotten all these?
Have you forgotten all these, Lu Haotian?
What nonsense are you talking about? My hands are clean with no blood on them. Those sins you committed, don't you dare pin them on me.
I still have the screenshots of the messages you sent me back then. These are all evidence?
What use is evidence? That could all be fabricated?
Physical evidence can be fabricated, but eyewitnesses can't?
But all the witnesses are long gone. Where would you find one?
That would be me, Wen Jianan.
What? You're Wen Jianan? You're actually alive? That's impossible.
So, you really didn't die?
Seeing me alive must be a big letdown for you, but I, Wen Jianan, was not meant to die yet. All of you will have to pay for what you did back then. Everyone must face the consequences, whether you played an active role or just stood by and watched. Or even you, the accomplice. Everyone will be punished.
So, the incident with the Chinese medicine last time was also your doing. Wen Jianan, you're ruthless, plotting even against your own father and involving so many innocent people. Aren't you afraid of retribution?
Innocent? Is Wen Shuiyi, who caused my mother's death and nearly made me miscarry, innocent? Or is it Wen Guanghua, who never treated me as his daughter, neglected my mother's death and sheltered a murderer, innocent? Or perhaps you, the murderer, are innocent?
You swindled a huge amount of money, causing the Wen and Lu families to go bankrupt. You're going to jail for this and you won't be able to escape.
That contract was fake. Even if you take me to court, I'm not afraid. On the contrary, it's you who illegally raised a huge sum of money and even dragged lives into it. You'll be punished for all your crimes. So, who will end up behind bars for good is yet to be seen.
You vile woman. I'm going all out against you.
Do you still think I'm the Wen Jianan from 6 years ago, whom you could bully at will? I swore an oath. Everything you owe me, I will take back. Everything you own, I'll snatch it all away. I'm just keeping my promise now.
Mommy, you didn't steal Daddy. Because Daddy was never supposed to belong to the bad auntie. That's right. Daddy's love has always been for Mommy, right, Daddy?
That's right, I've only ever loved you and Mommy.
Wen Yuan, you've got my approval as a daughter-in-law. From now on, nobody will dare to bully you again.
Auntie. She's the main cause of the Wen and Lu family's bankruptcy and all the employees losing their jobs. Are you sure you want to accept such a woman? Aren't you afraid of the Luo family's public outrage?
No need for you to worry about that. I've already had someone bring them all into Luo Corporation under its subsidiary. No employee will lose their job.
Even now, you dare to accuse my daughter-in-law, Song Wenhua. Immediately hand them over to the law enforcement.
Wen Jianan! How come I didn't strangle you and throw you into the sea back then? You're ruthless. You're tough. It was your mom that you ended up killing rather than saying you hate us. You should say the one who should really be dead is you.
Shut his mouth for me. Tell the Public Security Bureau to discipline him properly.
Let go of me! Luo Huaizhou! Do you really think you have the power to protect her, really? Let me tell you, she's already mine.
Oh, really?
That day, after you took the tonic, you were out cold, I took the chance to transfer all the secrets and assets of Luo Corporation. If you still want to have a place here, Luo Huaizhou, then let me go. Otherwise, we'll both go down together.
Are you suggesting my employees pretend to work for you?
What did you say?
She bribed me to steal company secrets. Arrest her immediately. Wen Shuiyi, you're suspected of stealing secrets and heading an arson and murder case along with 2 murders 6 years ago. Please come with us.
Fine, this is a trap you said, right?
If you hadn't drunk that nourishing soup, how could I have trapped you without any defenses?
I truly believed I was about to win. Never imagined that in the end I'd still lose to you all.
What goes around comes around. Everything today is of your own making.
Huaizhou, from now on, you need to hire more bodyguards. It wasn't easy to find your own flesh and blood, my precious daughter-in-law, and your grandchildren. They can't be put in danger again.
Mom, are you saying they are all my children?
Look, it's written clearly on this DNA report. Our family is finally reunited.
Mr. Luo, congratulations on becoming a father.
Daddy, when will you marry Mommy?
Now.
I don't want what's left of Wen Shuiyi.
This wedding was just a rehearsal. The bride's name was always blank, waiting for you to come back to fill it. And then we can officially hold the wedding.
Surprise! Wenny, I'm your family after all. When walking down the aisle, I absolutely must accompany you.
Congratulations on getting married today, Miss Wen.
Congratulations on taking a wife today, Mr. Luo.